Hey guys, Smart right back again with the Armades deck. Oh my gosh, well it's not really Armades only, it's Cameraclops. Yes, this boyo right here is about to turn this meta upside down. Him and his little faithful servants. Alright, now if you haven't followed me pre-August, I have gotten King of Games with an Armades deck. Alright? With what grows in the graveyard. That was when Desperado was the main deck to worry about. And we could cut them with Armades, because Armades is really good. Then, it's still good now, but it's not as good as it was then. But we're going to go over this deck, and I'll explain why this deck is so good. 3 Junk Synchron. Junk Synchron goes into any of our level 5s on summon. We can either summon Armades, we could summon Samsara, and we'll get into this card in a second because I'm sure a lot of you viewers are not sure what this card does, and I'll get into that in a second. As soon as we go through the main deck profile, and a Wayne. So, those cards are your 5 engine, and then you have 2 7s, you have your Junk Berserker, and you have your Black Rose Dragon. Next, you have 2 Cameraclops. Holy crow. This card, when I opened the box, I said to myself, this card I'm either going to lose to or I'm going to end up playing it in some deck. And I guess it was option B. So basically what this card does is when you swing into a monster that has a higher defense than this card's attack, you can destroy that monster. So if you swing into a Blue Eyes, destroyed. Alternative Dragon, destroyed. Grave Neos without protection in the grave, maybe use this with Sealed Tombs. That's another way. You don't have to play this with Growth in the Graveyard, but this is just the way I'm playing it. Then it's destroyed. There are other ways that you could, there are other things you can destroy too, Magdalenica. Just a lot of cards in the meta. If they somehow get tails with Desperado, or for some reason they can't activate its effect, maybe because you have a Justice Bringer on the field, destroy it. So really, really good. This deck is a control deck, but it takes a lot of skill because you gotta know when to play your Cameraclops and when to use your cards. Now, this card's an MVP. I played this in my Armades deck in July, and also my brother and bro, Mike Tonic Savage, he's been using this card in his Invoke deck. It's really good. It's called Justice Bringer. So basically this card instantly cuts Dark Lords. It also cuts Vendreads too, because when you use Vendreads, they can't activate Battle Lord's effect, nor can they use the effect of the materials that they attach. Not attach, but the materials that they ritual summon with. So for instance, if you summon like an Executor and you want to use Hound Horde or Remnant's effect, they won't be able to. So that's a really, really good effect to shut that down. This also shuts down Dark Lords because they won't be able to get their effects of their Ixchel or their Nastin to copy and get their effects in the graveyard. So really, really good. Alright? It's also good against other decks too. Doesn't really do much against the Invokes because the Invokes don't activate effects. But it can have some special summoned effects that are in the game today. So it's really good. Good against Ritual Beast as well, which is a deck I think that's going to be on the rise and potentially on the tier list. Now, I got my third one of these with the $1 Ultra Rare deal. 3 Deep Risen. I love this card in this deck because you can banish Brave Neos, Fortune Lady Every, Gravekeeper, Spirit Supernaturalist. It's not that great against Cositis, but that's okay. We have 5 cards that out it. Actually 6. We'll go into the extra deck in a second. But we have 5 cards in the main deck to out Cositis, and I'll explain how that's exactly going to get out. We might throw a card or 2 more in here that can out Cositis, but we're going to get into that in a second. Alright, 3 Floodgates. This flips Cositis face down, and I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, but if you're flipping it face down, how are you getting rid of it? We're going to get to that soon enough. 2 Mirror Wall. Mirror Wall outs Cositis. Really good. 2 Super Team Buddy Force Unite. Now, this is a strange card. I know this is going to be odd for a lot of people to understand why I run this card in this deck. But for people who don't know, Super Team Buddy Force Unite allows us to create really, really dangerous combos. So for one, you're going to see in the Dark Lord matchup, you summon your Junk Synchron, you get back your Verger, then after you get back your Verger, you are allowed to, if you have another level 4 on the field, like a Justice Bringer, you can Synchro Summon into your Junk Berserker. Then you can activate Buddy Force and bring back your Justice Bringer, which is really, really good. Okay? You don't have to bring back Virgil in this combo. You can, if you want an extra layer of defense. Not necessarily a bad thing. The only thing that kind of scares me with this deck a little bit is that they can banish our Virgil for Magilinica. So you gotta kind of be careful with that. And then 2 Wall of D to round it out against Dark Lord. Mainly there for that. But we may check something else for the invokes. So that's what I'm thinking along those lines. For the Synchro Engine, 1 Black Rose Dragon destroys all cards in the field. Really good against those back row decks, those decks that love to run a ton of back row. So you want to cut those decks. 1 Junk Berserker. Now this card we need to talk about because this card is absolutely amazing. So basically what it does is it has 2 effects. First effect is that you can banish 1 junk monster from your graveyard. Then you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. That target loses attack equal to the banished monster's attack. The only junk monster you run in this deck is Junk Synchron, so you'll be banishing it to make it lose 1300 attack, which could be very good against Dark Lord monsters. And it's permanent. It is not to the end of the turn. It is permanent. The attack decrease. Now what makes this card really shine is its second effect. At the start of the damage step, if this card attacks a defense position monster, you get to destroy that monster. So, if you floodgate their Cositis and you swing into it, damage step never occurs, their Cositis goes and gets bombed. Really, really good. Next, we have 2 Armadis. Armadis is really good against cards and effects that want to activate when flipped up. So like their Flip-Flop Frogs, their Sazanks. I know Sazank isn't the most prominent card, but I'm bringing it up anyway. Nightmare Penguin. Yeah, those kinds of cards in the meta. Gale Lizard, and etc. Also good to stop against Desperado to swing into their machines with. Samsara. Now, here's another card we're going to go over. Alright? I don't know how many of you have seen this card before, but this card is very, very good. So basically, it's a generic level 5, so you can summon it just by summoning your Junk Synchron. If it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, or if it's sent by your opponent's card effect to the graveyard, you can target 1 monster in either player's graveyard and special summon it. And you can only use this effect once per turn, so it's art once per turn. 2600 defense is really good. It's good against Dark Lords too, because if they can't get out Tezca or their Desire, then this is a body that they're not going to be able to get over unless they have like Ties That Bind. But some people aren't even running that. Some people are running Destiny Draw. So that's to start off with. But what this is really good against Dark Lords is if they use Desire to send this to the graveyard, you can bring back one of their monsters their monsters in their graveyard as well. So if they have a Dark Lord that's in the graveyard, like an Ixchel, you can special summon it. You can also bring back other things. Like I've used this to bring back Desperado that my opponent has destroyed earlier on in the duel. That's really good. You can bring back a lot of these things. You can also special summon a Cameraclops from your graveyard as well if you're talking late game. So let's say you go late game against Blue Eyes, right? And you go up against Blue Eyes and they think they got to do a 1. Well, they guess wrong because now that they destroy your Samsara, you get back to Cameraclops. So really, really good. Good for early game defense, and also good because of its revival effect. Very dangerous card. Can also set up Synchro Summons, so use this card very skillfully. It's a very, very powerful Synchro. Very underrated. And then to round out our Synchro Engine, 1x Saber Wayne. So basically, when this card Synchro Summons, you can special summon a level 4 Lone Warrior from your hand. You can Synchro to this, generic level 5, and summon either your Cameraclops or your Justice Bringer. Now, this deck was suggested to me by my brother, Stephen Freshy. If you are not checking his videos out already, you need to, and you need to check out his live stream. Also go subscribe to my brother, Chopper200. He does amazing content as well. He just did King of Games tonight with his Dark Lord deck with Super Buddy Team Force Unite. You need to be checking out his videos. He does awesome content. So be sure to do that as well as check out Stephen Freshy. Alright, let's get into some of the replays. The replays are going to be pog with this deck. Honestly, I didn't expect to beat the top tier decks. I thought this was going to be more of a meme, but it's actually more competitive than you would think. Oh, it's doing this to me again. Give me 1 second. There we go. Alright, so we're going to start out with this one. This is against Blue Eyes. So this was a really good replay here. And I want to do a Cameraclops. So we get to go second. And I'll kind of narrate the duel for you. So what grows in the graveyard puts Virgil right in our graveyard immediately. So we start. We top deck our Wall D, summon Junk Synchron, Dark Verger. We're going to go into X-Saver Wayne on summon, special summon Justice Bringer from the hands, and set 3 back row. Now I'm going to pause the duel for a second. Alright? The reason Justice Bringer is so good here is because Justice Bringer, we know that he has Ancients down there. That's pretty easily readable. So, him having Ancients, if we swing in and he summons out a Dragon Spirit of White, he will not be able to banish her back row. So this protects all of her back row, which is really good. So that's why we do this. And then we hit him for the 21. So he goes Blue Eyes White Dragon. So he's smart enough to know that. Also, I'm going to give you guys a tip of advice. If they go and use the skill Alternative Evolution for Alternate Dragon, that counts as being special summoned. That does not count as being played on the field. So if they use Justice Bringer, that will negate Alternative Dragon's effect. Just giving you a heads up there. So he goes Alternative, switches it to defense. We negate Justice Bringer. So he baits us out here. He's going to go ahead and summon another Agent. He's going to Synchro Shogun into a Vermilion Dragon Mech. Activates Ancient's effect to put his Alternative Dragon back to the hand. Reveals Blue Eyes to special summon it back to the field in defense to play around Wall of Disruption. Now he destroys our monster. We're going to use Buddy Force here to bring it back. And since Justice Bringer is not a once return hard effect, we can use it again. Goes Power of the Guardians. We activate Wall D. Blow it up. It's dead. Goes Dragon Spirit of White. Tries to bash our back row. We say no. No way. Change its second effect to my Justice Bringer. So he goes ahead and gets that Blue Eyes out. Now, the misplay here, kind of, is we should have swung into his, I kind of forgot that he had no counters on Power of the Guardian, so that's why I didn't do that. Otherwise, we could have just, actually, we couldn't have swung into it. We made the right play, never mind. We made the right play, because otherwise he would have gotten a counter. And then we win! We de-prison off his, alternative, and easy W. Now, here comes Akiza Izinski. That's me, obviously, versus Yamayugi. This was Dark Lord. He was using Draw Sense Spell Trap. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think the way to go is either ties that Binder Destiny draw, or Hypercorp Bling if you have the Prismatic Banishment, Glossy Banishment. It can work with Contact too, so you don't have to be rich to play that. Don't worry. Alright, so Contact Specials Ixchel, copy Banishment, search Superbia. Good, my turn. Junk Synchron, I wanted to see if he negate. He did not. Now, remember I told you the power of this Synchro. You're going to see it in this duel. Just watch. Cosmic Sword for Prison. Activate Sanctified to give him 2,500 life. Uses Draw Sense Spell Trap. Activates Ixchel to discard his Superbia. Cosmic Cyclones off yet another back row. Activate. Now he misses timing here. I don't know if he realizes that or he doesn't. He's going to search out his Tezca. Then he's going to go ahead and tribute for Desire. Desire sends my Samsara, but when Samsara is sent to the grave, I get to steal his Superbia. So, not being careful. Activate Junk Synchron. He's going to negate with Sanctified, sending his Desire to the graveyard. And now I know I'm starting to pressure him here, where he has to make a play soon, a big impactful one. Activates Dark Lord Contact, special summons Ixchel, Ixchel copies Banishment, Banishment searches Ixchel. Activate 6 shell, discards 2, draws 2, ends turn. Summon Justice Bringer, now he can't. Now we get a combo. Synchro Summon! Jump Berserker! Summon back the Bringer. Berserker's gonna decrease 6 shell. No! Now you're under 1,000. No more Dark Lord effects on the field. You go down to 1,200. Dark Lord Contact Special Summon. It's still scope it off! Get out of here! And this is against, now the last replay I got for you guys is against Vendred. Oh boy! Now, you probably thinking, yeah, but Battle will cuck us. You will see that it will not. For you are talking to a master of the Vendred. I know how to play around them. Alright, so discards Battle Lord off of Vendred Knight, search the Slayer, sets, activates Origin, tributes Revenant. Now, normally, if you're playing Vendred, that's a really strong open. If you're able to tribute your Revenants turn 1, get into your Battle Lord, that's pretty good. However, the only downside for him going for this is that he will not get the protection. Because Battle Lord's the only one that can't be protected by Origin. Because it's not a Vendred monster. Alright, so Summon Justice Bringer, set 2. He cannot banish our back row. Very important, and he can also not turn off our cards. So he cannot turn off our cards, which is really good. Alright, swing in. We purposely take the 400, knowing that me reading that's a Hound Horde, so that way I can blow it up with our Cameraclops. He's going to go ahead and special summon Revenged Slayer to his field. Again, still in a bad spot. Even in a worse spot now, as we got 2 Justice Bringers. Which basically, I'm going to speed this up for you guys, because this goes for a long while. He's going to use Origin, Tribute off, get that on field. I wanted to get past a lot of this, so that way you guys wouldn't see what's going on. Justice Bringer negates Slayer's effect to banish the back row, because he used his Hound Horde to summon it. He's going to go Evolution, Tribute, Evolution, copy Slayer, add that to the hand. Another Origin. We run over Sonic Bird just so he doesn't have fusion material. He's going to go Econ Take. Now, he Econ Takes, smart play on his behalf to Econ Take. So that way he can take my Justice Bringer, go into another Battle Lord, and then potentially try and turn off my back row. But no, we Floodgate Trap Hole and he shoots. Boyo! This deck is popped! Now, the only thing that I might need to do with this deck is I need to put in a few more, cards that would counter Cositis. So probably DD Warrior and DD Assailant would be really good, suggested by Great Bro Stevie Freshy. So guys, that's it for this video. I am going to be live streaming soon, so I'm very excited. Be on the ready for that. So once I start live streaming, you're going to see some really awesome decks of cards. I want to play Kristoff for you guys. I want to play Invokes. I want to play Ritual Beasts. I'm going to show you the power of a lot of decks that are in the meta. Alright? So with that being said, Smart Run.